Now we're going to take a look at creating an interactive web page, or a JSP. So we're going to just do work with a simple some date stuff so that we can display the date and time on the web page. So we're going to just do a new project, a new dynamic web project. And I'm just going to call it date demo for now. Default location is okay. I'll make sure that it's pointing to Apache Tomcat. And when I expand the project, I'm going to add a new JSP page. Our HTML, our JSP pages, those kinds of things go here in web content. So I'll right click it, new JSP file. And I'll just call it index. It's using that JSP template that we modified in the first video. So it's using HTML5. I have the correct doc type declared for that. It's got the char set, or the char set set to UTF-8. So that all looks good. I want to change this. And add just a little bit of detail here. And again, I'm just using regular HTML at this point. Okay, so I've changed the title, I've put in an H1, and I've put in just a little bit of text. Let me save this up, see what this looks like. I can run it in the local web server. So I will right click on the project. I have to be at the project. And I'll choose Run As and Run on Server. And I can see what it looks like. HTML looks pretty standard, looks like just what I was expecting. So to work with the date, I need to import the Java date, the java.util.Date. And now this utility, this Java functionality is available to me. I can put the Java anywhere I want. I'm going to do it between the head and the body. And when I enter Java code, I need to just use the opening tag. And then it gives me a closing tag. And I'll get right in here. And now I can just type Java. I can just do like I would normally do in a Java application. So I'm going to create a variable of the type date. I'm going to call it today. And it's going to be a new instance of date. So this is the Java. It's using this utility, and it's just creating a new instance of date and putting it in the variable today. Now I can use this variable name. If I'm going to put that variable name back out into my HTML, I can use a Java expression, so I'll declare that. This needs the equal sign. And this is just going to dump out whatever is in that variable. Again, my page ends with JSP, so it's going to pass it off to the Java servlet engine, and it's going to handle all of those other kinds of things that we've talked about in class. This is the Java piece right here, and then it's just dumping that variable into my HTML. So let's see how this looks. and there's what I would have expected. If I look at this, I can see this is just static text coming back. All of the work is being done on the server, and the server is just returning text back. Here I can see it was 9, 17, and 56. So if I refresh the page, and if I look at the source, it's just text. If I want to get a little fancier with the date, I can import the simple date format from Java. And now that I have this to work with, I can make changes down here to my code. Now that it's imported, it's available for my use, so I can declare the type. And the name will be date format. And then I can declare how I want it displayed. So day, month, year. Now that I've got it formatted the way I want it formatted, I can dump it into a string so that I can use it. I'm going to call this day, month. That's my variable name. It's weird, but it's got the format I'm expecting in it. And then I can use it down here. So now I'll be able to see what the format looks like coming out on this next line. So let's check this out. And I can see I've got an error. And here's where my error is. I have forgotten my semicolon. Save it up, and the error goes away. Whoops, I've got another error down here. I'm missing a Y. There we go. Looks like I'm error free now. Let me save it and let's view it. Okay, so here it is using that simple date format to actually format the data that's coming out of that Java utility and the date function. And I can apply other formatting, so I'll show you what a couple of those will look like. This is a very common format in the US, so month/day/year. So I'm just doing the simple date format here, creating this variable that I can use, then creating a string of this variable name. Weird, but it gives me it tells me the format I'm looking for, and then I'm just formatting it. I'm formatting today, which I'm getting up here. So I'm getting the raw information out of here, and I'm formatting it like this. And then I've just added another line in here so we can see what it looks like. I don't see any errors, so let's save it up and run it. Oh, I apparently do have an error. Duplicate variable name, so I just put a 2 behind that. Now things look good. And I can see it in the common US format. And again, if I wanted to see what this looked like in a regular browser, not this internal built-in browser, I can just copy the hyperlink. And it's using localhost, so it's using my local computer, the Tomcat server on my local computer. To access that Tomcat server on the local computer, it's using port 8080. That's what the :8080 is, a port number. And then the project name is date demo. And since the file is named index, it's opening that file right up and displaying what I have. So this is the very simple JSP. It is mixing HTML, just standard HTML markup. It's mixing that with Java. So it's importing utilities and classes and whatnot that it needs. I am putting Java code in the middle of the HTML, and to do that I'm using the start tag and the end tag around that Java code. And then the variables that I'm creating and the information that I'm creating up here in the Java code, I can use down here in my HTML by indicating that it's a Java expression. It has the equal sign behind it, and then dumping out the variables or doing whatever I need to do there.